respiratory, like it definitely will. I'll have a cough for a while.
Oh,
My
wow.
sinuses will be
Oh, that's
congested.
because
Just
the you're coughing. Sometimes it creates this inflammation without infection that just takes time to get rid
yeah.
of. And oh, it automatically muted.
Oh,
That's
that's weird.
cool. Since I muted it last time. That's so awesome.
Oh.
All right, so let me record.
Mhm.
Recording in progress. All
We're
right,
not
let me see if
muted anymore,
oh
right?
yeah, it's already starting. People are there. All right, you guys, this is Jennifer Dorn, if you didn't already know. Her information is going to be on the screen when we post this as a regular YouTube, but it's also going to be in the description box. Now, we're going to start trying to do lives. This is a live on a topic we already planned to do about low dose lithium. Now, first, let me give you a little bit of a blurb about low dose lithium. How did I find out about it? My psychiatrist thought I needed an adjuvant to my Cymbalta, my antidepressant. And I said, I'm not going to do low dose lithium. That's a stigma, you know. But she said, people are doing it. It's great. Found out that the head of psychiatry at where Annika does her residency has been on low dose lithium for years and years and years. So let me tell you about it. Low dose lithium, lithium orotate, it's not the lithium carbonate that people take for bipolar disease 300 twice a day. It's different. And it's so small, it goes through the blood-brain barrier a lot easier. They have found that in places where the groundwater was super low and the soil was super low in lithium, there's a huge increase in suicide rates, addiction, autism, depression, violent crimes, rape, homicides, etc. And so Texas did a study, measured all the counties, or lots of the counties, and found the correlation was there, that the lower the lithium, the higher the problems. And the first was in the 70s, in a mental institution. They had great levels of lithium, and all of a sudden their suicide rates were down, the depression was gone, and stuff like that. So they also found out that lithium does more than just help mental problems. It helps chronic disease, heart disease. It has this GSX3. It inhibits the GSX3 gene, which is responsible for cellular senescence, cell death. So they found that in rats and rots. They live longer. Aging process slows down, so it's anti-aging. It takes care osteoporosis. They found that rats with osteoporosis, the fractures heal faster. They did torque studies on them. So I'm trying to get my son-in-law to do a big study on that for osteoporotic fractures because he's, does that. Oh yeah, the dollar sign is at the bottom if you guys want to contribute to the um documentary. Can't talk today. So anyway, I started taking lithium orotate, 5 milligrams. Uh, I think it's Purify Holistic or something. I don't know. I can't remember. But there's a lot of forms. So I started taking 5 milligrams and increased it to 10 milligrams, and then I'm on 15 and I'm fine on that. People, I now know what happiness is. I never felt truly happy before. I mean, the antidepressants work. It's like, okay, I'm not going to kill myself. And wasn't seriously depressed, but it's like, yeah. How long is this? How long is this shit gonna take before I'm out of this life? That's sort of horrible, and that shouldn't be for anybody. And I have every reason to be happy. But wow, I now really feel happy. It's just I've never, except when I was a very young child before the beatings, I never knew what it was. So, but I'm going to tell you, you guys, if you intend to do this, and truthfully, I think everybody over 65 or even more should be on lithium orotate if it checks out with a doctor, so you don't get heart disease and all that kind of stuff and
Eric
osteoporosis,
is saying
all
also
the disease.
Alzheimer's and dementia. Does it,
Oh,
Eric?
Alzheimer's.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
they did a study on Alzheimer's, and the ones that they gave lithium orotate to, they did not decline for that 15 months of testing, but those who were given a vitamin placebo did decline. And 3 years afterwards, they measured the spinal fluid for beta amyloid, and it was way up in those who were on lithium orotate, which means the the beta amyloid plaques in their brain were being broken up. So that's a good thing. So for Alzheimer's, for any kind of dementia, basically what we're seeing in the developed country is because of low doses of lithium and probably other things like magnesium, right? Um, it correlates with mental illness and the chronic diseases that are so prevalent in our um, developed world, and including diabetes, type 1 and type 2. I'm getting, you know, Paula, if you're listening, I have two links, well, three links. One for about the aging thing, one about beyond the mental illness, the physical issues, and one about rethinking lithium, low dose lithium for the purposes of mental illness. So I'll get her to put those links. Paula, if you need those, I'll send them to you and put them in the description box. And one is a really complicated, but you can just read the summary if you want. Or you can go to medical school, you know. But look, I don't have very many questions to ask, but if you intend to do this, you need to talk to your doctor. I have to say this, okay? You know that, right? And any brand I think is okay, but we'll ask Erik about that. And there's a way to check your lithium levels if you want to in your serum. And also there's a way to check um your uh your community to see if the tap water has any lithium in it. By the way, guess what happened? Over the last 10 years, when people started drinking bottled water and reverse osmosis, everything has gotten a lot worse. It correlates with the rise in mental illness and the rise in first world physical illness, and the rise in Alzheimer's and the rise in autism. So it all makes sense, man. It's something so simple. If anybody has a connection with RFK Jr. or Jillian Michaels, please let me know because I want this to get out there. Make America healthy again. This may be a huge component of it. So if you know how to connect with them, because I don't, I'm just a peon, please do. All right. So thank you for your donations, everybody. We'll get to the questions and then we'll start answering questions from people. Lithium is most well known for its mood stabilizing effects in the treatment of bipolar disease. Currently, literature shows that low dose lithium may be beneficial for cardiovascular, musculoskeletal, metabolic, and cognitive functions, as well as inflammatory and antioxidant processes. Yeah, it stops aging through inflammation, or at least it slows it down. There's also evidence of low dose lithium exerting a similar and sometimes synergistic effect on these systems. So, question. Hello, Erik. I love you.
Hello. He said, I love you too. And yeah, he's like, this is really exciting that it's the low dose. That really is the key. He said the
Yeah,
low dose is the key for a lot of this stuff.
yeah. Okay, I agree. How does lithium compare to other medications used to treat the same conditions,
In
like antidepressants and stuff?
in the low dose form, he's kind of equating it to like I can't think of what is it like that low dose the ketamine that they're doing that's
Oh, yes, bravado. And yeah, right.
yeah that well he's saying like the low dose of stuff or the people who are doing like the low dose of the mushrooms
Yeah,
the lithium in comparison to those in particular because those are often done for the mental health he said it really is kind of going to measure above those things
okay.
simply for the availability of it.
Yeah,
Uh,
the bioavailability or how available it is to buy over the
Actually, he
counter.
said both. Both.
Oh, okay, yeah. You
Yes.
can get your doctor to give you low dose lithium carbonate, but I think the over the counter Amazon, lithium
Mhm.
orotate is cheaper. It's like $19 for 90 days, people. I
Yeah.
mean, really,
Yeah, he really is saying it's like the pendulum swing. We go too far sometimes. I think
I know.
sometimes people do too much of a good thing, and
Yeah,
that really is what's happened with the lithium is it's like okay, this works. They're seeing results, so it's like okay, go overboard with it. Like Americans, we tend to do things big
no.
sometimes.
Overdoers.
Yes. Yeah. And so he really is saying the key is to low dose it,
Right.
but that there's going to be other things that are going to come out that's like, okay, no, low dose of stuff is a lot of times
Like
better.
psilocybin
Yes.
microdose of yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because he's saying there's something like the low dose with stuff, it's like going to prompt our bodies to work more efficiently rather than just become dependent on
Oh,
there's like something there with that. Like when you have so much of it, you're just dependent
Oh yeah,
on
yeah.
the substance where like low dose and not just lithium, he is referencing the
Right.
lithium, but low doses of things are gonna like help to reset the body.
Yeah, like low dose naltrexone.
Mhm.
It resets the body's endorphin secretion. It's like, uh-oh, what's going on? I need to pump out more endorphins, so it triples the endorphin secretion, a couple hours after you take it.
Yeah.
So I have noticed absolutely no side effects. I started on 5 milligrams. I felt quite a bit better. 10 milligrams, that's when I felt, wow, this is happiness. Wow, cool.
Yeah.
And 15 is what I'm on now. Just a personal question. Is 15 okay for me or should I go to 20? 20 is the max, guys.
Eric is saying 15 is good for you.
I think so too. I mean, I feel great.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything that can be, it's metabolized in the kidney, it's excreted in the kidney, by the way. Is there anything that can be taken to temper the effects of long-term lithium, I guess regular lithium, on use on the kidneys? My sister benefited tremendously from lithium treatment for her schizophrenia diagnosis, but she eventually passed because of kidney issues. So,
So, so this is like Eric saying that's kind of like more of an extreme situation when you're dealing like with schizophrenia or something like that where really a person cannot have a great quality of life without kind of like higher dose of things.
yeah.
And he says, no, right now there really isn't anything that can combat like that effect of,
It can be toxic. You have to check the lithium
yeah,
levels if you're going to not take low dose. If you take
yes.
regular dose lithium, 300 BID, 600 BID, or twice a day, yeah, you got to monitor it. This you
Hmm.
don't.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Edgar Casey, no, wait, I've heard that long-term lithium use has degrading effects on the brain, and they say that's what happened to Britney Spears. Is that true? Now we're talking about regular dose. We're not talking about low
Yes.
dose in this
Correct.
question.
Yeah, yeah, no, that is true. Yeah, that is. Yeah, so those higher doses, you know, and we've said this before in videos, like anytime if you have to take mental health medicines, get the lab work done to see what the best,
Yeah,
the best ones for your DNA and stuff are. It really, these are all kind of medications. You shouldn't just be doing a crapshoot with it. Eric said you get, I can't remember the labs that do the test, but you know what I'm talking about, the DNA
yeah.
test that will tell you what the best mental health
Oh, yeah,
medication
there is
is for
that.
you.
Yeah,
So
exactly. I can't remember it either, but
yeah, if you are taking mental health medications and you can get that test, you really should because some of these
yeah,
medicines are so damaging to some people and would be fine for others. But unless you know what's
yeah.
right for you, you don't
Got to know
know.
your genetic makeup to know
Yes.
exactly what you need. But this low dose lithium, it's not so far it's not
No,
dangerous at all.
no. But what you were asking about with the high dose with the
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
that definitely absolutely for some people and other people could take that higher dose and not have an issue as
Right.
much.
Right. So back to low dose lithium, one of the signs that a person needs it is if they have irritability or aggression. Now, my husband, he has this thing or had this thing where he got so irritable about stupid stuff. Like I remember sitting at a table with him eating lunch and he had sandals on and we were at a table that had little holes in it and a piece of ice went through the hole and in between the toes and the sandals. God damn it, Jesus Christ, fuck. Oh my God, he just gets so overreacts to the stupidest thing. And I said, hey, we've
Yeah.
been through worse, honey. So
Yeah.
he started taking it and he's like, oh my God, I nothing bothers me. Nothing rattles him. And so I did recommend to somebody on the live that was saying that their autistic child had severe aggression issues. And I said, maybe you should talk to the doctor and start this. So we'll see if it works. I hope it works on him. Can't remember his name.
Yeah. I am
But
hearing from Eric that it will be effective,
yeah, so
helpful.
anybody irritable, aggression
Yeah.
issues, worth a try. Does
Yep.
it work in pets? Like
Does it
aggressive
work in
pets. I mean, you have
pets?
to obviously do a whole like Lithia water, like lithiated water, maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
there is something to that as well
I
for
wouldn't know
pets.
how to dose it. I know,
Yeah.
and this is the next question. Edgar Casey recommended lithium chloride with water, known as Lithia water, as a tonic for kidneys and adrenals and mood. Is this
Mhm.
the same as lithium? Now, I did buy Lithia water from this place in Georgia. Oh, thank you guys for the donations. You guys are awesome. Paula is going to be so happy. I'm so proud of you. I'm going to donate too. I have donated. But anyway, so what do you think about Lithia? I bought some and it's kind of slightly salty. So I put like a half a cup in the huge water bowl for the dogs every time I refill it. But what about lithiated water for people? It's from Lithia Springs, Georgia.
Yeah, there is health benefits to this. Yes. Yes,
Can you,
there is.
is that what you, can you cook with it? Like make coffee, tea, and
Uh,
since
you
it tastes weird,
could, but Eric is like,
don't do
that's
it.
not the best use of it.
Okay, so if you make tea with it, hot tea with it, does it mess it up?
Yeah, he's saying not to heat it. It's better to
Okay,
not heat it,
that makes
this
sense.
water.
My daughter's being given lithium. How safe is it? I'm going to skip that one because she's probably on regular dose lithium. And
Mhm.
with that, we don't know the name or anything. I wonder if she would benefit by low dose lithium. Is lithium itself a sustainable resource to use? It is known to be quite toxic to mine and is said to kill surrounding wildlife in lithium concentrated pools when they are purifying it. Is this a really good natural element to use?
It is a good natural element to use, but
It's
you
from
know,
minerals, it's from rocks. It comes from rocks.
yeah.
It's
I mean,
Mother
just
Earth.
like with anything, you have to source things in a, in as uh, Eric is saying, in as gentle of a way as you can.
Yeah.
There's always there's always cause and effect. So, anytime we go rooting around and mining things, and there is
Yeah.
the chance of some toxic
True.
off put.
Was the control of lithium and crystal mining at the heart of the Hurricane Helene wiping out WNC areas? I guess Western North Carolina, I'm thinking.
No,
Uh, okay.
it was not at the
Somebody
heart
said,
of
you
it.
have a
No.
rife machine. I don't have a rife machine. I have a scalar machine. Why would you want to use a poison for healing? Well, it's natural. It's an essential ion for our body, like insulin is essential. We have
Yes.
to have sodium ions and chloride ions and magnesium, and we need lithium. It's essential. And if you're deficient in it, then of course you need
Yeah.
to take it. If you're deficient
Yeah.
in insulin, you need to take insulin. It is an essential element. I promise you. Read about it. And the reason I'm using that is because I've done scalar stuff on myself. It doesn't work as well on me because I'm in the field instead of being
Mhm.
information traveling to my body remotely. But this has worked better. Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
Uh,
and that's the thing, like what for the person who asked that question, it's, not every single thing is going to work for every single person.
of course not.
This is a viable option for a lot of people. So, discounting stuff completely, just be careful with that energy. Just saying, oh, well, that's poison or that's toxic or I don't, you shouldn't be putting that into yourself. I mean, if you drink too much water, you can kill yourself.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Water toxicity.
yes.
Does biomagnetism work? Use of magnets to heal mental problems and serve as an alternative.
For some
Which,
people, it would, yes.
okay. Well,
But
most of these really are just about regular lithium, and I think that can poison you. Really,
yeah,
regular
oh,
dose of lithium
absolutely.
carbonate. I am, I would reserve
Absolutely.
that for now.
So Eric is talking about that magnet therapy. I
Oh,
have a grandson who's 12, and he has a pacemaker. So he
I can't believe
absolutely
your
would never do
grandmother
magnet therapy.
have a.
Well, yes, blended family.
Wow,
Um,
yeah,
but like so for somebody like him, magnet therapy, he can't do magnet therapy. He has a pacemaker. So there's not any one real solution that will work for everybody across the board. So exploring options, finding alternatives to stuff. This is what this really is about, this lithium, the low dose lithium. Lithium's been used for so long, but it's, been used improperly and created this fear. And so that doesn't mean that, oh, lithium is bad and we shouldn't use it. It's like modify your thinking. The low
yeah,
dose is so effective. So here is something that on a bigger scale, which how it's been
yeah.
used is toxic. On a low dose scale, it's actually hugely beneficial. So it's really, we're kind of, Eric is saying, like, we're in a time on Earth where we have to start changing the way we're looking at so many things because it's all too extreme, not just in this regard, not just with
I
mental
know.
health, but in so many areas. And if people could just kind of come to more of a midline with things
Yeah.
and see that there are a lot of alternatives, a lot of other
Yeah.
ways to do things than these extremes, it
Yeah.
will.
These schizophrenics and stuff, the bipolar disease patients, what percent, Eric, would be okay with just low dose lithium orotate over the counter?
He said there is probably maybe 30% that are really
Yeah.
over or wrongly medicated that would do well with more of a low dose thing, or possibly the ketamine treatments or the microdose.
Yeah.
There are other
Microdosing
options.
psilocybin mushroom. Yeah.
Yes, yes, but there still is. It's really sad to look at it like this, but like there still is some of this fear around mental health and people who are erratic to just numb them out so much so that we don't have to be afraid of what they might do. It's like going back to what are the lobotomies and stuff. It's
Ugh.
like it's
Or
just
ECT,
yeah,
electroconvulsive therapy. Yeah.
yes,
So those
yeah.
are kind of extremes. But
Hmm.
to me, I think natural is the way to go. If you're deficient in something, replace it.
Yes.
If you're deficient in magnesium, replace it. If you're deficient in lithium, replace it. How much more natural can you be? Now, what do you think about how it works for, well, you know a lot about anxiety because you have made
Yes.
it no secret that you do suffer from severe anxiety. What do you think about low-dose lithium's use for anxiety in
Oh,
people?
it'll be beneficial for a lot of people with
Okay,
anxiety.
okay.
But Eric is also reminding us that, sometimes people have contracts that are not going to be, no
Yeah,
matter what you do, they're going
they
to
have
be,
to, yeah, they have to
yes.
suffer.
So there's that, that balance.
Okay.
Um,
What about
yeah.
autism? Is there a connection between lithium deficiency and autism, or is low dose lithium just a way to help certain behavioral problems with autism, with
So
those
Eric
on
is saying
autism?
it's more to help with the behavioral
Yeah.
issues and not necessarily a link for the cause of it,
Okay.
is how
So
he's putting it.
to prevent the chronic diseases that we old people get and Alzheimer's and cognitive decline, etc.,
Hugely
should
effective
we
for this.
should everybody, if they check with their doctor and have no other reason not to take it, which I can't imagine there is, should they take it? And if so, at what age should we start taking it to
Yes, it's
prevent the
definitely
aging and stuff?
definitely worth trying if there's no reason not to. And Eric says really 55, 60, you know,
Okay. Yeah. I think everybody should be on it
yeah.
at a certain age to prevent these things. And if
Hmm.
you have a family history of early onset Alzheimer's, oh man, I would start taking it right away. It's just
Yeah.
harmless. It's
Yeah.
really, well, I mean, I can't say harmless for everyone, but if you just are using it to to resolve a deficiency,
Yeah.
Is there anything else you think it would work for, Eric?
So he says he really does say the biggest benefits are in the mental health
Yeah.
arena. They really are the depression, the anxiety, the cognitive ability. This is really where the most results are, but that there is just an anti-inflammatory benefit that this is kind of where this would show up is like if illnesses were free will, okay,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
and not necessarily something the contract had in it, lithium can help kind of keep the inflammation in the body under control, maybe
Yeah.
preventing some free will diseases.
Okay. Oh, Kendra, she was the one that her son Ronan, autistic, and asked the question. She ordered this from Amazon because Eric said, yeah, you go ahead and try it for him for his aggression. Will it work? And if so, at what strength? 5, 10, 15, or 20?
Oh, this is so again, like I feel a little bit kind of
Okay, you don't want
cautious
to
because
answer
you've got
medical
to check with the
question. Okay,
doctor. Eric is making me feel like there will be some benefits
good.
to it.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and start taking questions. And thank you guys. Y'all hit the $sign to donate for Paula. I don't get any of it, I promise, okay? Okay, Baron von Croy, Bob B from Valrico, Florida, just started lithium orotate yesterday. Can Any advice on abundance for 2025?
Any advice on abundance? For 2025, Eric says do like a really work on your manifesting, do a vision board. As far as like manifesting is such a challenging thing
Yeah.
because I really have heard from Eric many times. It's like when you're trying to manifest something, it really doesn't come until almost you don't care anymore if it does come.
Yes.
So it's like you have to just not
Wait,
even care
what? I remember
anymore.
asking for a lotto win.
Yeah.
Scandal work. That has created a lot of lotto winners, by the way. All
Yes.
right,
Yeah.
regime S is low dose lithium compatible with antidepressants. I take Cymbalta, okay? And I have to because I have such bad muscle pain here. So I take it mostly for pain.
It
So
can definitely be compatible. Again, check with your doctor if you're
yeah,
taking
usually it's an
something.
adjuvant. Usually it's an add-on. She wants
Yes.
to know if it'll totally replace antidepressants. It's possible. Does
It
it
is
help with
possible for
social
some.
anxiety?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It can help with social anxiety.
All
It's
right.
like Eric is saying it's like what copper can do for crystal. Sometimes it can amplify.
Okay.
It can make things more effective.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
it can help the body, like with your antidepressants. Eric is saying it can help your body process and get what you need out of them before they, leave the body.
Okay.
So it can be very effective, but everybody who's doing it, you've got to check with your doctor and ask.
Of course. We got a CYA here going on. Okay, now let's go ahead and take people who are generous donors. Thank you so much. Johnny Anderson wants to know what his life will look like in 3 years.
Eric is showing me two different directions. Okay, so to me, that means you have free will. And in 3 years, it could look very much the same as it does right now if you don't actively do different things. Okay. You have the potential to be further along with your career, happier in your personal life, but there's definitely some old patterns you need to break.
How do you go about that?
So there's something with his
A life
astrology
coach?
here.
I'm getting life coach like
Yeah,
Ginger.
yeah, so life coaches are great because um, I will say this, life coaches, if you're struggling in a particular area of your life, find a life coach who specializes in that aspect. Life coaching basically, rather than therapy, which kind of deals with the past, life coaching takes you
Yeah.
from where you are today and helps you get to where you want
Yeah.
to
Are
go.
you a life coach?
I am actually a trained life coach. Yeah, I'm a certified life coach. I just don't
Oh,
work.
so you can help it. Can you detect
I
patterns and help people with it?
Yeah, I
And you can
can.
channel too, so you can channel their guides.
Yeah, I haven't never offered life coaching necessarily online or anything.
Okay,
Yes, I'm a
well, they
certified
could
life
give a
coach.
session and you could probably help.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So for this particular person, be honest with yourself. What are the areas that you keep repeating patterns, and how do you let those go and move forward from them?
Yeah, so
Other,
Ginger or Jennifer, there'd be good choices.
yeah.
All right, 24 Daylight, thank you. You're from Sweden. Thank you so much for your donation. Personal account says, hi, everyone, hit the like button. Yes, please do. It helps the channel, and I have no idea how. And it doesn't cost anything to hit the thumbs up in with below the channel name. Okay, that's sweet. Thank you so much. All right, let me see here. Look for. Here you go. Oh, another one. Oh, yeah, Jasmine from Sweden. Oh, I know you. Messaged about my hopeless career. Oh, Jasmine from Sweden. Sverige. That's Norwegian for Sweden. So what about her career, Eric? Poor Jasmine.
Uh, it really does have some dense energy. I'm sorry. Um, it's like almost you're better off just finding a different direction. Sometimes like we go to school for something and then we hate it, but we spend all this time like working on it that we just try to keep forcing it to work. People do this in relationships a lot of times too. They stay with somebody for years and they're not really happy, but then they've invested so much time that they keep trying to
Oh
like
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
force it to work. This may be a time really for you to look and say, what is not quite working for me and is there something I can do differently? I just don't feel like you're happy in your career at all.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to take a risk
Think
and make
outside
a
the
change.
box. Is there
Yeah,
anything in the spiritual realm that she would
it's
be? Because, people are
it's
tied to this channel are often light
yeah,
workers.
it's almost like I don't, just not having really any information. It's almost like you're doing something, whatever it is you're doing for your career, there's something like tangential to what you're doing that's not quite exactly what you're doing, but would work out
Oh,
much better for you. So it might not look like night and day
yeah.
different, but there is something parallel to what you're doing right now that would be much better for you.
Well,
I
a
don't.
life coach would help that too, especially one that channels like
Mm,
Jennifer and Ginger, because then they can get information from your guides, from Eric. Now, Vandria Dorland, thank you for the donation, but she didn't ask a question. But Eric, do you have a message for Vandria?
just thank you.
Oh,
Thank you for
okay. But feel
and
free
that's
to ask a question.
for anybody who's donating. Eric really is just saying genuinely thank you.
Yeah,
It's like you guys are propelling this along,
yeah. Eric's
so
story can
yeah,
help so many
Eric's
people.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. So it's like even just like making that donation makes you
Even
part
a
of the
dollar is,
yeah, that light working, that spreading the light.
yeah,
Sometimes that's for people who want to help humanity move forward. Sometimes financially is the way to do it,
yeah. Okay,
and
that.
there is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. All right. Evanice Ferreira donated to and besides, thank you. Anything for her? Thank you so much. I thank you so generous.
Um, no, that's hard. That makes it hard for me because Eric's saying they're not really asking a question. Do you know what I'm saying? So to
Yeah.
give a
Okay.
message that quick, it's like if you have questions, ask the questions. That's
Okay. I agree. Okay. So Mary Lawson, thank you for yours. Oh my goodness. She got a big one there going on. Okay. Let me see if I have any more before I start taking the regulars. I shouldn't say that.
correct.
The wonderful people. Well, you don't see me putting something up there, so come
Oh,
on,
Eric
Lisa.
is also saying like for like the people who are making the donation, like just the recognition does not go unnoticed. Even though we're saying thank you here and stuff, even beyond that spiritually, it is recognized
Yeah,
and they're part of a bigger picture.
of course. You're here. Sometimes
Yes,
your presence alone is enough to light
yes,
up the world.
yep.
So thank you. Um, Johnny Anderson again, he donated. My gosh, can I get what I want with the 369 manifestation as I do today? Will that,
Can you get what you want? Yes, you can. But I will also say, Eric is saying, be flexible with what you're wanting and letting it change. Okay. Um, Sometimes as we evolve further or as we heal more, what we want does change. So don't hold on to old desires if they're trying to clear out.
okay.
It really is like the more we heal, the less the desires from the past are with us a lot of the
Okay.
times. But yes, you can manifest with a 369 method.
All right. Regine S., another donation she gave. Great. What awaits me in 2025, apart from the fact that I'll be moving soon? What advice do you have for me for this year, Eric?
So it's very important as you move through this move that you pay attention to your breathing, pay attention to staying in the moment, pay attention to finding the joys in this change. Uh, I do feel like there is, from what Eric is saying, like some freedom coming with this move, even if
Okay.
it's maybe not exactly what you were wanting or hoping for.
Yeah.
Um, be open to taking things as they come. I actually feel like there's like unexpected surprises in a good way, potentially coming to
Good.
you through this.
Well, that's good. Okay.
Embrace,
Someone.
the change. Embrace the change.
Yeah. Change is sometimes good. By the way, a lot of people are asking if it's over the counter. Yeah, Amazon. I think mine is
Mhm.
purely
Yes,
holistic or
I
something.
got mine from Amazon.
Yeah. How are you feeling? You just started taking it though.
Yeah, I did, and then I was sick, and so I stopped taking.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm
That's right.
sick.
I forgot.
I don't take any of my supplements. It's
Oh,
terrible, but
no, no.
I
Mm-mm.
I
Not when you're
forget to
sick.
take them. So,
You got other things going on.
yes.
All right, let's see. I can't push it up for some reason to get to the top. I don't know why. Okay. Okay. So let me see. Heather, I would like to know if my son Garrett Boyd will succeed with his current move, and is there anything he needs to hear?
Garrett Boyd,
Hmm.
will he succeed with his current move?
Yeah.
There is potential for him to succeed with his current move. He's a bit of a self-sabotager in some regards. So there is a lot of free will on his end here. There is just some, sometimes people have this like mindset that things are going to be a struggle and going to be a challenge. If he can work on letting that go, yes, he can absolutely succeed with this current move, but he has some fear-based energy, um, and a little bit of, I'm not quite sure if it's self-sabotage or like a fear of failure, self-esteem issues, but he really does have this. If he
Yeah.
could,
Okay.
have a little more confidence in himself.
Okay. Helen Crawley from Chelsea, London, UK, has a wound just under her shoulder that keeps getting infected. And on top of that, keep getting MRSA. Do I need scalar work would the infection eradication help on that?
Um, it would, this is going to sound super weird, but maybe you'll
We're
know
used to weird.
what I'm talking about, Elisa. Bactroban, is that the Bactroban ointment
Yeah,
like in the nose? If you
right.
do it in the nose can kill.
Yeah, that's true. And that was another thing I was going to say, Helen. Why don't you email me? Because I know exactly how to get rid of it
Okay.
medically. But it
Yes.
entails three different antibiotics,
Mhm.
polysporin or Bactroban in the nose and in the umbilicus,
Yep.
washing your body
With
with,
that
right.
wash, that, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
So
yeah,
it's a
definitely
certain
contact
regimen.
Elisa. I'm
But you can
definitely
do the
getting a,
infection eradication, but if you want to try the other one first, that's fine.
yep.
Or do both. I don't know. Denise Extum, any messages about her mediumship development? I've been really working on myself and would like to do it professionally sometimes. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
So I always love this question because working on opening up your psychic ability and your mediumship, I really feel like 90% of people do this on their own. But there really, really comes a point, probably far before most people actually start doing it. There comes a point where you need to be with other people. You need to be delivering messages. You need to be
Yeah.
working with a group because you need the validation that
Yeah.
what you're getting so that you're able to tell
Wonderful Facebook groups. Yeah.
Yes, tell the
That are,
feeling when
yeah.
you're getting something that's actually coming from spirit or might be your own thoughts. If you're not already doing this, you need to be doing that. Like you need to be putting yourself out there, delivering the messages, getting the feedback. You can absolutely do this professionally. I will tell you the first time, and I'll just share this. A lot of you know I was a massage therapist and I kind of started out at 18 just sort of delivering messages to massage clients in a
Wow. It's
in a
cool.
kind of a, you know, like casual sort of way.
Yeah.
But the very first time when I was in I think I was in my early 30s at this point, when I actually went to Casadega and got a job and was going to walk into a room with a client and deliver a message that I was being paid for the first time in my life, I was
Mhm.
terrified. I was
Oh,
terrified. I was like, I don't
of
know
course.
anything
Oh my goodness, of
going to
course.
come in. And at this point, I had delivered hundreds of messages from Spirit, but until I really pushed myself outside the comfort zone, it
Yeah.
didn't open up anymore. It just
Right.
kind of stayed where, like, when I was working with people, or, I was on a cruise once and this woman sat down next to me and I gave her messages from her husband, but it never felt like I had the ability to just walk into a room with a stranger and actually call on spirit. So
Yeah.
you're the person asking this question, you're at that point. You need to be doing
Awesome.
that kind of
I'm
thing to
so,
open it
I'm
up
so happy for
further.
her. Okay, let me see here. Michelle, thank you so much. ZAR is a currency. I have no idea what that is. It's interesting. Let me know what that is. Julie, thank you for your donation. Keep pushing that dollar sign button, people. Help out Paula and Eric. Hello, I want to leave my job so bad. This is Julie. Will I be able to find uh, something, and will I be okay financially? Is there one area of work I should be going over another? Please advise.
So, yes, you will be able to find something, although my concern is if you're not actively looking, sometimes people can manifest themselves right out of their jobs. And I see this a lot. People who complain about their job and complain about
Oh,
their
and
job,
that manifests another job.
they no, they
Being
manifest
fired,
themselves into losing their jobs.
leaving.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So
See.
I feel like you're kind of on that area of like you keep putting it out to the universe that you hate your job, you hate your job. And
Yeah,
sometimes when we keep putting out to the universe that we don't like something, the universe has a way of clearing it out before we've actually actively
yeah.
kind of found the solution to it.
Eric, what
Um,
should she do?
right now, I, if there is a, because I do feel like you might actually start becoming physically ugh, from your work. If you are in desperate need to just get out of it, try to find some gig stuff where you can pick up money here and there, or put your resume out to any and everywhere that you can feel like
Yeah.
would be appropriate. I do feel like you'll have a different job this year sometime.
Oh, good.
Yep.
All right. Nancy P, I think she's from New York. Will lithium orotate help my dad with Alzheimer's and my mom with anxiety?
So what I was
Caring
getting
for him?
from Erik is that it will be maybe more helpful for your mother. It will help with your father, but there's this
Help
maybe
with the
this feeling,
decline, right?
yes, yes, yep, yep. Help with the
Okay.
decline, but not necessarily reversing at
Okay.
this point.
Anthony K, thank you for your donation, darling. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Robin B, thank you so much. Oh, wait, Evanice Ferreira. She donated but didn't have a question, but here it is. I'm sorry, Robin B, just a minute. Eric, how am I doing here with Ernest? I live in New York. So I don't know if earnestly or the person's name is capitalized E,
Yeah,
so
I'm not really sure. I'm a little confused with by that question. If you could be maybe be more
resubmitted.
clear. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Oh, what happened to Robin? Oh, yeah, here we go. Robin from Detroit. Hi, hey, Eric. I take L-theanine and taurine for anxiety, focus, and mood. Does that help? Because another person asked that. Maybe it was Robin also.
Yes, it does.
Would lithium orotate long-term daily be better suited for me instead of the other two?
So I will say what Erik was saying is if you talk to your doctor and you want to
Emojis.
do the lithium, it does feel like a switch. Like
Oh,
for you,
good.
it feels like you don't take these others, you switch to lithium. Talk to your doctor. But
And I'm
yeah, that does
sorry
feel
for
helpful.
everybody in passing up. I feel so bad. I wish we could answer everybody's questions, but we're gonna start having lives
More
on a regular
lives.
basis. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Alexis R., Danville, California. I want to open my own crystal healing studio. What is the best way to build my client base to make this happen? Probably
So so
TikTok, if it's not banned. I'm just telling you from a crystal person myself. TikTok, and then you get a thing called repurpose.io. And every time you do a TikTok, it says it as a Facebook short, Facebook,
oh
YouTube
yeah.
short, all that. So it goes on, it sends it to different social media platforms. So, but
So
what do you think, Eric?
for this particular person, what Erik is saying is that it would be in your best interest to try to get with like a co-op of other healers that do different things so that you have traffic by you. So if you're looking to open up a studio, can you do it in a place where there's massage therapists and an
Oh, good
acupuncturist
idea.
and
Or it's psychics.
yep, psychic. Yeah, this kind of,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a great idea. And you could open up a center.
Yes.
Center, not a center, but a center.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
center.
where my office is, it's like this, it's called the Serenity Center. And
Oh.
we all kind of sublease, we're in a little building and we sublease from the landlord. And it's like I have my office and there's massage therapists and acupuncturists and mental health counselors. So we kind of cross promote and everything. So something like that would be good.
Do you have a message for Michelle Louw? Because she did donate, and I can't remember if we helped her or not. Seemed like I did. Oh, here we go. My mother transitioned at the end of September. Is she guiding me? I feel her presence daily.
Yeah, absolutely. I get a ton of energy like around my head as she's asking about her mother. So she communicates, your mother communicates really well through the third eye and the crown chakra. So you might even feel like pressure or tingling, but yes, your mother is definitely guiding you. And oh my God, she is so happy. She must have been really, sick or something here because she's so happy to be over there. She's like showing me a bunch of other people that she reconnected with when she got there. She's doing great. And yes, she's definitely guiding you.
Awesome. Let me see. Greetings from Germany, 24 daylights. Oh, a donator. So let me see. Yeah, Jazz from Sweden. Could you tell me anything that will help me? I think we already answered that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Vicky Jackson, wondering what my spiritual gifts are from Southeast Idaho. What a beautiful state,
What your
supposedly.
spiritual gifts are. You have something connected to, so this would be clairvoyance because there's something connected to being able to read through art or cards or something. And I always feel like people who can look at images and get information, that's clairvoyance.
Yeah.
So you definitely are strong with the clairvoyance. If you do any art, if you're artistic in any way, um, you can channel through your artwork. If you're not, then find art or cards or something that are really inspirational to you because the
Yeah.
connection to the beauty of the art helps open up your spiritual gifts.
Okay. So, guys, don't forget, I sent a flyer out, I think, or I'm going to. Monday at 2 p.m. Central Time, Ginger and Denise are going to tag team for the part two of the 2025 predictions. So put that on your calendar, please. See what we do to help you guys because we love you. See, it takes our time and energy, and we don't get paid for it, but we get paid in satisfaction that we're helping people. So I thank you. But I do thank you for the donations for Paula because she really does need it. All right, let's see. Good morning, Raul Flores from Modesto, California. What big message do my guys have for me for this year that he can look forward to?
It's there's this feeling of like it's time to stop like half-assing stuff. Sorry. Commit. Commit to stuff. Commit to your future. Commit like there's like too many things.
Shit or get off the pot or
Pretty
and
much.
cut bait or
Yeah.
fish.
Yeah, it's time to like set down roots or it's time to become more grounded. There really is something like make a 5-year plan of what you want your life to look like in 5 years, and this is the time to really start enacting it. And rather than there's this feeling of like, well, maybe I'll do this or maybe I'll do that or indecisiveness. Okay. Work on that.
Okay. Um, Jagger Palmer from Washington State. And he had, did I just do that? No, Raul, okay. I'm getting confused. Oh, hell, getting old people. Okay, so any general advice for Jagger Palmer from Washington State? Or is
Oh,
it
I
too?
always, it's too hard with the general.
I know. You have to have a
It's
specific,
too
like about
hard.
career,
Yeah.
love. All right, Mona Acosta. Hello, sweet souls. Mona Acosta from Austin, Texas. I just recently had cataract surgery. This is really important. Will the new lenses implanted prevent the healing benefits of the sun coming into my body? Now, I know that now the lenses are blue blocking that they put in people. I don't know if mine or if I had that advantage or not because I had the same surgery, but will it benefit the healing benefits? I think the sun, it goes everywhere.
Yeah, no, this is fine. The sun, you'll still get the healing benefits from the sun. Again,
Good.
'cause you can get it through your skin and through it won't, this does not play a major role in preventing
Okay.
the healing from the sun.
All right. Love from Sweden, Sarah Alfredsson. I have problems to find strength. My life has been like this for some years. Is lithium for me good, or does she need something else? Strength. I think we're talking about emotional strength,
Yeah, that's what that
probably.
was the impression I was getting.
Yeah.
That there is I always hate to use the word victim energy here,
Mentality is okay. I've been
but
there. I've
yeah,
been a victim before. Yeah.
there is some victim mentality here. Sometimes well, life is hard, and sometimes when we have challenges like that, we get into this mindset that we don't deserve better or that we can't achieve better. for ourselves. So there is some healing that needs to be done with letting go of that victim kind of energy so that you can feel stronger. And yeah, talk with your doctor, but I do feel like lithium would be helpful here.
Okay. Yeah, good. All right. This person says, crazy that they, obviously, including Eric, don't know the medical medium books. Of course, I have them all. I've read them all. I don't know why that person's saying that, but
Yeah,
anyway,
I'm not sure what that's about, but
we know about it, and I agree with some, but not all. He doesn't, yeah. Diego Ba, how about IRR? How about like Cymbalta on the long term? He's been taking it for 6 years.
I mean, for some people, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't feel a problem here. If you feel like it's working, I
Okay.
don't, I don't feel a big issue here.
All right. Rita Garg from India, can you tell me when I will get a new job? Look at all the hearts. Who's sitting those hearts? That's so sweet. Y'all hit like too.
Uh,
That is so. I want to hit the heart. Oh,
so for this woman looking for the new job, it depends on how actively you're trying. Right now, it might be a year before you end up with a new job, depending on how aggressively you're looking. It could be more like
okay.
2026.
Okay. Let me see. Did that one. My body doesn't accept Amir Khan. My body does not accept lithium. My body doesn't absorb lithium. I get stone formation problem. Oh,
Well,
interesting.
then
I
this is,
wonder if that's
yes,
lithium carbonate that does that and not lithium orotate.
yes. So
But
that,
I'll
again, that would be
research
like
that.
not everything is 100% for everybody. And so this is a particular person who lithium may not be good for.
It probably depends on the type of lithium. It may depend on the type of lithium, though. All right, let me go to the next one while I look up. Hi, I'm RT. I want to know what's happening to my body. It's inflammation, hormone, virus, bacteria infection. I don't understand how to clear it out. RT,
There, you need a
AARTI.
medical diagnosis.
Yeah.
There needs to be a medical diagnosis. There is definitely inflammation. I'm hearing autoimmune as a potential, but you need to have a diagnosis.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Um, all right. Robin from Fall Rivers, Massachusetts, Robin Bertoldo. I've had stomach issues for 15 years. Going to a surgeon. Will they finally find what the problem is? Tired of living in pain. Is that the medical problem you don't want to?
Oh no, I would just my question, if I were doing a reading for this person, is are you a Virgo? Because
Oh,
Virgos have stomach problems. Um,
oh, wow.
yeah, that's the body part that associates with the Virgo. So regardless of whether you are or not, there is a structural issue. So I don't know if there's a celiac issue or there is something going on, but also all of your stress. Some people stress go to their shoulders or to their jaw. Your stress goes right to your stomach.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Maybe she benefit from the microbiome optimization. That seems to
yeah,
help so many people. I've had gastric reflux for
yeah,
20 years and this helped it, or
yeah.
it just really can help a
Yeah,
lot of
like,
people.
is there leaky gut? Is there
Yeah,
celiac?
leaky,
Find
yeah.
find
It
out
takes
if
care
you've
of
got
all that
something.
small
Yeah,
intestine bacterial overgrowth. And it also takes care of the skin microbiome, the brain microbiome, the urinary tract microbiome, the respiratory tract microbiome, of course, the GI. So I would look into that. It's
yeah, for
very
sure.
powerful. Okay, I'm looking at a Lancet article, Lithium Balancing Mental and Renal Health. And I'm sure it says something about whether the lithium type could be the stone forming, but
Yeah, that's
um,
definitely,
I don't
I
have time to
mean,
read it right now.
if that person is interested in, maybe do more research about the type of lithium but again, Eric has said numerous times, there is not one thing that's 100% for everybody.
No, no. By the
So,
way, Helen Crawley, don't forget to email me. Did I tell you? Email me about the how to get rid of the some people colonize staph, including MRSA,
yes,
methicillin resistant staph.
yeah,
And so when they had these chronic little infections,
yep.
but you can get
And
rid of it.
that Bactroban in the nose, I've used that before
Oh yeah,
oh, it's incredible.
it's great.
Very effective.
So weird that,
It's right, it is super weird.
yeah. Jacqueline Anderson, my my dad's in the ICU. Marcus Wagner, born 12255, is almost his birthday. Who was with him? That is passed already? Going over after the angiogram. So he's going to go visit after the angiogram. So
Who is
Marcus
with
Wagner,
him?
who's hanging out with him that's already passed? A
So I do
relative?
have an older man, like a grandfather, um, that's with him, but it also actually his main spirit guide is with him. They're doing a lot of healing on the other side, so I have energy workers on
Oh,
the other side that are healing him. But as far as connected to the family in this lifetime, it's like that grandfather energy. So I'm not sure if that's his grandfather or your grandfather. But there's a
okay.
man that's literally standing right beside his bed.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to
He
go
to
down and
me,
see if there's any extra. Sorry about that.
oh no, it's okay. To me, this man feels like kind of tall, strong back, thin but not like skinny. Maybe balding or very, very short hair. Is the man that I'm seeing standing next to your father.
Okay. Let me see. I'm looking for the donators. Oh, here we go. I found where I was. And then I'll go back to the non-donors. Diane Brett, thank you for your donation. Am I strong enough to reestablish contact with my highly narcissistic mother who is now in rehab from a fall? She's from Queens, New York. If
Ah,
you take lithium orotator, give her it. No, I'm kidding.
so I'll say what I'm getting from Eric is it's not whether you're strong enough or not, it's whether it's worth it or not.
Ooh.
And I will say from Eric, I feel like it's maybe not worth it, but that's up to you. You've got your own stuff that you've got to, feel okay with.
Closure, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be different when you do
It's so hard
reestablish. Yeah.
to keep people's words and
Hmm.
attitude from going into your system. And
Yes.
sometimes you have to just pretend like you have a plexiglass thing and all these
Yeah.
things you said, bing, bing, bing.
I
Or you
definitely,
can feel
definitely
like a
will.
reporter, like you're a
Yeah.
report. It's curious that you should say such a thing. And tell me more. It's like there are ways
I
to,
do get from Eric that you'll be very triggered by her.
I wouldn't do it.
But I don't want you to feel like that's not you being strong enough. That's not really what this is.
This is
But if
not about
you
being worth
reestablish,
it.
yes, if you
Oh, I
reestablish
like that.
communication with her, she's going to do things that are going to hurt you again, and that doesn't have anything
Yeah.
to do with how strong you are.
No. All right, so my eldest daughter, gave me a pack of cards called Listen, Bitch. And it's so great going through these cards. Listen, bitch. That's a good thing to
Um,
do. It really, that would help you. Look it up. Listen, bitch. I'm going to look it up right
Probably
now.
on Amazon, right? Are
I'm
they?
sure it is. All right, Dara Pagan, thank you. Hi, ladies and Eric. Will I make a successful business with QHHT and hypnosis? And anything else
Absolutely,
I
you
could
have the
offer?
ability to. These are always going to be questions that it depends. Your effort in will pay your effort out. People ask, "Oh, am I going to pass this test?" Well, if you study enough, yes. Am I going to make a successful career out of
That's
this? Yes, you
true.
have the ability to do it, but
That's
it's what
true.
you do with that ability or what you don't do with it that will determine it.
Yeah. Okay, Zane Spice. Greetings, beautiful people. I am curious as to why I feel so unique. Ooh, I never met anyone quite like me, and I've always wondered whether I'm a starseed or not. Is there
Yeah, oh,
any info that
absolutely.
I
Yeah.
knew it?
Yeah,
And
Eric's saying
also
star seed,
maybe
star seed.
Earth Angel. Earth Angels always feel different from everybody else. And
Yeah.
Earth Angels often feel, and there's not many of them. There's like a little over 8,000 of them in the world at any time, any current time. And
Eric
they
says this is more star seed energy.
starseed. Okay.
Yes.
But let me tell you about Earth stars anyway, Earth seeds anyway. No, Earth angels. God dang it. Anyway, they feel sometimes they feel lonely, even though they're surrounded by people who love them, and they just feel like they don't belong, that kind of thing. And often they're people who come in with a much higher vibration because they have to, because they put a lot of crap on their plate of incarnation. So they have a lot of hardship that they have to deal with in order to learn and then become a light worker that helps other people. Okay, so what starseed? Any idea? Pleiadian? I know you don't like that doing
I'm
that,
not,
but
I don't really know. I
all right.
apologize. I feel like it starts with like an A or an O or
Oh,
something.
Arcturian?
Is there up?
Andromedan?
There we go. Like,
Andromeda. Ooh, look that up.
yes.
That's cool. You could take the
Yeah.
starseed quiz. All right, Denise Garcia, why is hypersomnia happening to me specifically? All my lab tests come out normal. I can't function in life because all I want to do is sleep. Are you depressed? I wonder. But sometimes when you go through ascension, people get hypersomnia and their
Yeah,
diet needs change.
there does feel like
So,
something in regards to that, but there does feel like some depression.
okay. Would I mean lithium orate is supposed to help,
Mhm.
well, insomnia, I think. I know you could take it. I mean, I don't care about sleeping anymore. I used to like want to sleep all the time too.
Yeah.
But the lithium orate, it's like I'm ready to get up and I'm happy to
Oh,
do
yeah.
so.
Yes,
So
yes.
maybe that would be worth a try. I don't know.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, Star, thank you for your donation. I don't see a question. Julie, should I pursue a job doing front desk work or pursue the companionship job or restart my own business doing personal assisting and organizing? I realize I'm manifesting my current job to go away. Not healthy, it's abusive.
So
Oh,
I am getting from Eric that either the companionship job or the starting your own business, those are the two to
like a
focus on.
companionship business.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
You know, we're not getting any younger as baby boomers, and there's going to be a more and more need for
Yes.
companionship jobs.
Hmm.
And people need to, to work now because
Yeah.
inflation is high. So everybody in the family needs to work. So who's going to take care of grandma and grandpa?
Right.
That's really a great
Well,
light
and
work
then
job
also
to do.
companionship though for I don't know if you were thinking along this or if you were asking this, but companionship for people who struggle with addiction.
Oh,
So there's something with that
oh,
energy as well.
that
Sober
is,
companion, that's what
oh,
they
that's a
call that,
cool
sober
idea.
companions.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
I believe so.
Wow. All right, Sharon Stolper, thank you for your donation. Appreciate it. Anybody else want to donate before we close it down? Anybody?
Now I think you
Right.
and I are going to be, I think next week we have Wednesday and Friday. Will those both be lives as well? Is it next week
Yes.
or the week after? I'm not sure.
No, we'll try it until we reach the
Yeah.
Paula's goal, I guess. Anyway, thank you all for donating. I really appreciate it, and Paula appreciates. We're going to get Eric's story out there,
Yes.
and if you haven't seen the trailer, let me know. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
It is powerful. All right.
Very.
Thank you, Jennifer, very much. Thank you,
Thank
Eric, very
you.
much. And thank all of you. I love you more than you even know.
Love you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Love you.
Bye.
I'm going to stop the live stream. How do we do that?